watching the Kate Fox Show. I'm Kate Fox, and today I am here at Daisy's Nashville Lounge, and I am here with Brian Adams and Tim McCarthy.
Hello.
And gentlemen, we are here in this lovely establishment in Patchogue, New York, on Long Island. And I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what you offer here and why you chose here.
Okay, I'll start.
No, you start.
Okay. We had wanted to get into Patchogue for quite a while, and when this spot opened up, we were contacted by a broker. It was just the perfect spot for us. We're in the middle of town, so we get a little back and forth from all the other places. We wanted to bring a country-style place because there aren't any on Long Island right now. There used to be, I think, but there isn't anymore. And it appeals to everybody. We get the older crowd, which I guess we're the older crowd now, but we get the older crowd in early in the night, and then the younger people later. And it's a nice, fun demographic, and there's no angry fighting. And
well, that's great.
Yeah, the doormen love it. It's an easy job for them, and everybody has fun. There's a lot of singing along and eating and drinking. And
No dancing.
No dancing.
No dancing.
No
It's like
dancing.
Footloose here. No dancing.
You just did it to me. I got a whole thing going on right now inside. But you did. Now you opened when?
We opened March 12th,
March 12th.
and we closed at 8 p.m. on March 16th, day before St. Patrick's Day. And then when they started letting us have outdoor dining, we just barely have enough room for 4 little tables outside. So we did that for a few weeks, and then we just followed the progression of when we could open percentage-wise.
Okay, and now I've lost track actually of what's the percentage now that you're allowed to do?
Well, it's a good question. We thought it was 75%, but it might be 50%. And unfortunately, not everybody is aware of the rules, and we've had a hard time finding them listed anywhere.
Yes.
To the point where I actually had one person tell me to watch the news if I wanted to find out the information. So we're just playing, trying to play by the rules as best we can. And we don't have people standing, we don't have people dancing. Everyone's wearing their mask. As a matter of fact, my voice is hoarse right now from telling adults to wear their mask and sit down. But we're pretty strict about it, to the point where my mother knows somebody who was here, and they said, your son is a Hitler, because he's yelling at people to put his mask on all the time. So we're very strict. Our staff is strict, but it's very hard to control people all night long.
Well, let me tell you something though, because I was here for an event, and you have everything spaced the proper distance. You did not have anyone standing, and we were at a back booth, so we weren't near anyone. And a lady in our party actually stood up and I think danced for 3 seconds. And someone from your staff came over and said, I'm sorry, you have to sit down. I mean, you haven't managed very tightly.
Yeah, we try, but it's hard to be 100%. And every now and then someone's going to get up without their mask, and you don't see it. So it's virtually impossible unless you have a person on every person. But we're lucky in the fact too that our establishment is spread out. It's a long place. We spent money on the plexiglass. We have dividers between people at the bar. So we've actively tried to do the right thing. It's really impossible to be 100%. And traditionally, that's what happens. They see that one thing when they walk in.
Of course, absolutely. But I mean, what a time to. I knew you opened right around mid-March, but I didn't know the exact date. Holy cow!
4 days of business.
I mean, I can imagine you cut the rope, and then all of a sudden just.
We even haven't had our grand opening yet.
Yeah, we can't do it.
So we'll just wait.
Right.
We're gonna wait till things normal out a little bit.
Okay. Now you did have a music event that we attended, and I know you've had a couple more. Do you have others planned out for now, or are you sort of taking a back seat?
We were going to do Thursday Night Live. We started rolling it out, and now we got the curfew to deal with.
That's right. I forgot about that brand new curfew.
So now the
10
curfew
o'clock.
at 10 o'clock. So we still want to try to give something to the customers. So we're going to start it at 6 and go 6 to 9. It's
Okay.
just trying to still roll with our program.
Okay.
It's our little taste of Nashville, is to have live music. when we can. And again, it's usually just 1 or 2 people under the guidelines, and there's no dancing, you know, but people
No
enjoy
dancing.
it. No dancing. And, you know, it's tough because you have to pay the musicians. They don't work for free. And you can't fill the place up. So it's you know, it's kind of like a loss leader for us, but we feel it's important to the concept.
And how's your staffing going? Because you just made me think of that, because you can't have a full staff if you can't have a full restaurant.
Yeah, they're great. They work together. They understand what we're going through, and we're trying to give them work. Trying not to cut anybody. We're trying to keep everybody on full time.
Really?
Yeah, we're worried about possible another shutdown, because we had lost our whole staff the first shutdown, and then the staff we have now we're very happy with.
We have 2 people left from when we first opened.
We only had 3 days, then we got shut down, and then we lost everybody.
Yeah, a lot of them didn't want to work because they were on unemployment. Some of them were in the middle of nursing school and finished it. So it was
Wow, so that's another hit.
Yeah.
It was a little hectic, but I've been in this business a long time, and I will say this is one of the best staffs as far as nice kids and working together, and it's a great staff. It's maybe the best I've ever had.
That's really great. That's
and
really
we hear
great.
that back from the customers too.
I know we're fans of your staff. And now you just said something that I want to come back to, because you know, you said you've been doing this a long time. So we're going to take a quick break and actually come back and find out a little bit about what brought you all to this, what brought y'all to this point.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Don't mind, and what would I say if I didn't wanna learn? It's the same old story, not much to say. All our hearts are broken every day. Dreams last so long, even after you're gone. Oh, I know you love me, so I know you see that you were with me, and I was never home.
Hey, what's going on, friends? It's Frank Jr. here from Craving Strange. And you're watching or listening or checking out The Kate Fox Show. Well, you need to really watch it, and you need to really listen. And there'll be a test on Tuesday. Just saying.
And I am back with Brian Adams and Tim McCarthy. And you mentioned before we went to break, you've been in this business a long time. Where have you been?
I've been everywhere, man, which is a Johnny Cash song, by the way. I started as a kid washing dishes at the Ground Round in Hop on 347 111, and from there I worked different places. I worked for Tim's dad at McCarthy's Pub in Center Reach a long time ago, before Timmy was even allowed in the place. And from there I went to Arizona. I got out with some great guys out there, and I got into management and ownership. And when I came back, I talked to Tim, and he was doing a place in Bohemia, so I went there to help him out with that, him and his partner George. And then we opened a place in Northport called Seven Courts Tavern, which we sold a couple years ago. And we just wanted to get into Patchogue, and we just felt that a country bar was needed around here because of it. Everybody loves it. So that's where we are.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and what have you done? I mean, he sort of touched base on what you've done anyway, but
Yeah,
what do you have to add?
I got a little pub right now in Center Ridge called McCarthy's. So,
McCarthy's.
Spent a lot of time there and here, back and forth. we did a couple projects together. We did one in Bohemia, one in Northport, and we had one in St. James also. So once that buttoned up, we came over here and invested in this town.
Now, let me ask you something.
This village.
Do you love this village? Yes,
It's a
yes.
village, not a
Village
town.
of Patchogue. The village of Patchogue. Do you both like country music?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've been down to Nashville quite a few times. We went down, we kind of came up with the footprint we wanted, and we took a lot of pictures and designed it, and worked with a couple of carpenters, and went from there.
I think I grew up with it. My dad listened to it.
Okay.
But, you know, if you talk to him, he loves Gene Autry and those guys. So it's a little back, but even as a kid, I had Travis Tritt CDs and Randy Travis and Juice Newton and
Okay.
all those people. So when I went to Arizona, it was just natural. I was in the bar business, of course, and we'd go out with the girls line. I wasn't a big fan of line dancing, but we'd go two-stepping in the big club. They have big nightclubs that are all country music out there. And I loved it even more, and to this day, it's in my blood now. You know?
All right. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
What about you, sir?
Yeah, I went to school down in South Maryland, so I love country music down there. Actually, my wedding song from like 20 years ago was country music. My friends all made fun of me, but yeah, it's something I want to do. You know, the Irish pubs is something we've both done, and this is a concept that no one is really doing yet. So that's what really attracted the business end of it to us.
That's great. And did you guys come up with the menu you wanted to present, or did you have someone else do that for you, or did you have like a little bit of both?
I think we had a lot of input into it, and we had a couple people that helped us. And we have a chef now who's really taking the food to the next level, because we opened kind of haphazardly. We just got open. So we had a friend of ours come and help us get the original menu set up, but he has his own place, and he's swamped himself. He works there. So he kind of handed us off to some guys, and we needed to find the right guy. Now we have George here, and he's taking it to the next level. So you're going to see new items coming out on a regular basis.
Oh, that's great.
And as far as the food goes, we had a lot of people asking if we were doing southern food and grits and stuff like that, but we wanted stuff that people would eat all the time, because you only eat that stuff once a year, you know.
It's
Yeah, so when we went to Nashville, we noticed people are eating nachos and burgers and tacos and stuff like that, and Nashville hot chicken, which is one of our signature sandwiches. And we decided to stay in that mode because our clientele wants that. They don't want to come in and get ham hocks or
you
whatever.
know, listen, I love the food I've had here. Anyone that I've been here with loves the food as well, so I think you're doing a great job.
It's fun bar food. We're not trying to be too ostentatious. You know, we're not a gastropub. You can come have a good time, get some good food, and listen to some great music.
Absolutely, and I have to tell you, you're reasonably priced. You're very reasonably priced with your menu.
Well, that's a hard
is
thing
nice
nowadays,
too.
because prices are going up across the board everywhere. So, you know, when they raise prices or raise the minimum wage, it's not just our employees that are getting raised up. It's the guy that's packaging the food, the guy that's loading the truck, the guy in the gas station that fills the truck up. So those prices all go up because they have to raise their prices. So it's hard. I hear other guys get accused of having high prices, but they're probably where they need to be, you know?
It's a thin line you're straddling right now, right?
People don't realize that nobody wants to raise the prices on the customer. You really don't. We try to have the prices we can have and still survive.
But see, he's carrying a big wad of singles in his pocket.
So,
you know?
So, but you know, you still have to pay your staff and everything. I mean, since 2015, payroll has doubled. You know, so you go up. It's going to be $15 a minimum wage in January. I think. So it's not just the minimum wage that goes up; it's your payroll taxes. It's across the board.
Everything.
So it's tough, but hopefully people will understand. I think when they go to the supermarket, they'll see the prices have gone up a lot too.
Absolutely.
They'll understand that.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? We're going to take one more quick break, and then I'd like you to actually give us a little input on some of the special stuff you have in the place.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Hey everybody, it's me, Kate Fox, and we are here with Carolyn Miller.
Hi!
at Daisy's in Patchogue, and Carolyn just did an amazing set.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
And we really appreciate it. And where can everybody find you? Where can everybody check you out?
At Carolyn Miller Music. So yeah, Instagram, Facebook, website, everything is at Carolyn Miller Music.
And we are back. And something I wanted to have you tell us about is the artwork and the other things you have in here, because you clearly have put in a lot of time and attention to it, and you have some really special pieces in here.
Sure, where do you want to start?
You can start right behind you.
It's called Pick Art. We met an artist down in Nashville, and she does great work, but she does all these pictures with guitar picks.
Which is fantastic. It's funny because I didn't realize it. I had looked at the pictures and I didn't realize it until we sat down. I was looking at you and I said, wait a minute. So that's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah, from a distance they look like big black and white portraits.
Yes.
And as you get closer, you can see they're made out of guitar picks. So we had seen them in a place called the Famous Saloon down in Nashville. And Timmy and I did some research and found the artist, Amy Reeder, who does it. And she's from down there, and she sent them up to us. So we have Chris Stapleton, and we just added Carrie Underwood on the other side there. And you can see them from the street, and they're pretty impressive.
Oh, well, you know I'm going to have to go outside and look
Yeah,
for
you
the
can test
street.
it.
Just, yes.
Yeah, believe me.
And what else do you have?
Well, we have a big gold flake eagle that we found in a antique store. It was hand carved, and it's gold flake. It's called, right? Yeah.
Is it this one?
It's not this one. It's
It's
the
a
one.
different
It's the one on the blue suede wall. In there.
Okay.
And then we had gone down to Nashville. We wanted to recreate a little bit of the feel, which people have told us, wow, you guys nailed it. So, little things like the special paint we put on the wall to look like, that bordello kind of look. There's a lot of brick. We have a local artist who did a nice portrait of Johnny Cash on our front wall when you first come in. We have things like the guitar on the wall that was just a donated guitar from the Melody Center on a block, and
It was donated.
he just donated to us, and then I gave it to my sister, who's artistic, and she blinged it out
Yeah,
for
we
us.
gave her a picture of something we liked in Nashville.
Yeah. She did a
nailed
good
it.
job on it, yeah.
Did a good job.
That's
So
fantastic.
we're working on she's working on a fiddle for us right now, and we're trying to find a banjo because we'd like to add that to the
So
wall.
you need a banjo.
We need an old banjo.
We need an
Yeah.
old banjo.
Yeah, they're not easy to find on Long Island, but
We need a banjo. Come on, guys.
and then we had another local artist, Chelsea Carroll, who did we like to call our Instagram section. We have an old saddle from a friend of my dad who used to be a rodeo rider, and we put it on a big log, and that's for people to take their Instagram spots.
Oh, I can sit on
Yeah,
the saddle?
you can sit on the saddle
Yay!
with the painting behind it. It says Daisy, so people can send that out. Kind of does a little advertising for us, but we're very happy with the place. We have some more little things. We have
Horse's
portraits of George Jones and stuff going up. So
Oh, cool. And a horse's head?
yeah, it's on the back bar. It's a cast iron head of a horse,
Oh, okay.
which I found at the
Okay.
Stonewall Flea Market upstate, and it's very heavy. And I carried it across the whole field in the hot September sun last year.
Oh, my.
And, but people were asking me where'd I get it and could they buy it on the way. So, But yeah, we went down and we have the nice chandeliers, and we noticed that a lot of places down there had the frozen drink machines, so we added those in.
Okay.
So we tried to make it as authentic as we could.
Well, listen, I've not been to Nashville, but as far as I can tell, it's pretty darn authentic. And now, if people want to check out Daisy's, where do they go?
Here, Patrick.
And if they want to find out how to get here or look at your menu before they arrive, where do they go?
Our website is www.daisiesli.com.
www.daisiesli.com.
Yep. And we're on Instagram and Twitter. We are not computer or social media guys, so we have people that help us with that.
That's okay.
So,
That's okay. You're
we're on
allowed.
Twitter and Facebook and the whole thing. Instagram.
Well, I tell you, we're actually going to sit down and have a meal now because we do like your menu. I'm not lying. We're going to eat here. You'll see pictures. And thank you for taking the time to talk to
Pleasure.
us.
We appreciate you coming in.
Really, check out Daisy's. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
Thank